Okay, so you are now familiar with the concept of a list. Okay, so what are we going to do now is we are going to display the content of the list into our list view. Okay, so I know you're already familiar with what a list view is. Okay, it is a widget in Flutter that is going to display lists. Okay, and actually, even though with not only in Flutter but also with other programming languages and also with Windows itself, okay, so they are always using here a list view if ever we want to display a list of elements. Okay, so how are we going to do this in Flutter? Okay, oops. Okay, so I have here the example. Okay, so with our previous one, so we have here, let us say, Mickey Mouse. Oops. Okay, then add to list. So as you can see here, it automatically adds into our list view here. Okay, and it is also alphabetically arranged. Okay, so how are we going to do this one? So I'm going to restart. No, save and reload. Okay, so we have still here a blank, or we have no list view as of this moment. Okay, so I want to have the list view before or below our button. So we are going to have it here. Okay, so since we do not know the number of elements into our list view, from our list, so therefore we could not actually determine exactly the number of items to be displayed into our list view. So that is why in that case what we're going to do is we are going to use a builder. Okay, so I'm just going to have here a method or a function method create list view. Okay, and we are going to return a list view that builder. So take note, we are going to use a builder. Okay, since we do not know the exact number of elements in our list. Okay, so here our builder, and our builder needs an item builder. Okay, and in our case we're going to use the context and the index. Okay, but before we're going to work with our item builder, we must tell the builder how many elements are there, or from what would be our source for our list view. So I'm going to have here itemCount, then the names list, which is the name of our list, that length. That length means the number of elements. Okay, then in our builder, then we are going to return a list tile. Okay, list tile is the one that we use in our drawer. Okay, so that is why you are now familiar with a list tile. Okay, so in my list tile, so I'm going to have here, okay, I'm just going to have the title. Okay, the title, I want to display the names of the students into our list. So that is why I'm going to have here, by the way, title is a widget. So we're going to have here a text. Okay, then the content of the text would be the names list, then of index. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the index. Okay, if you can remember, this is how are we going to extract the elements from our list. Okay, through the index. So the name of the list and the index. But take note here, into our builder, we do not know the number of elements. Okay, so that is why we are just going to have here a variable index. Okay, so if ever there will be 3 elements into our list, so the index here, it is going to return 3 elements with index 0, 1, and 2 based on the names list here. Okay, so what are we going to do then? By the way, in our original code is we have this one. Okay, then we are going to call the create list view here. Okay, so that as it is going to return a list view, it is going to display below our button. Okay, but how are we going to update our list view? Because take note here that we are going to update the content of the list view every time we are going to click on the button. Okay, so as we have seen here, we are going to use now the set state. Okay, why are we going to use the set state here? It is because we are going to change the number of elements into our list. Okay, so when we are going to use, or when we are going to call the add method, the length will be changed. Initially 0. Okay, so when we add 1, so the length will become 1, and once this one here changed, so therefore this will be updated. By the way, we have here a semicolon, so it will be updated, it will be run again, so therefore our list view will be updated here. Okay, dot add set state create. Okay, let us try. Reload. Oops. Okay, he tests a render box with no size. It is because now it has an issue with the list view. Actually, this issue here with our list view and the column. Okay, so just read about the issue here, and I'm not going to go into details on this problem here. What I'm going to do is we are going to have, what I'm going to do here is so that it could have a fixed size. We are going to have a fixed size for our list view. So we are going to wrap this one here with an expanded widget. Okay, expanded is going to give our list view all extra size in our column. So there would be then a fixed size for our list view. Okay, so let's try. Save, then reload. Okay, save it here. Take note, we have here, we have a column. Okay, we have a column here, and we put our list view below our button. Okay, this error here, the cause of this error is before we have the expanded widget here, our list view doesn't have a fixed size. Why? It is because the size of the list view will depend on the number of elements into our that we are going to give, or we are going to provide with our list. Okay, so what we did is we have wrapped it with an expanded widget so that even though our list view has no elements yet, but expanded has given the list view with a fixed size. Okay, so it occupies the whole space here. Okay, that's the purpose of our expanded. Okay, so for example, I'm going to have here Donald Duck, add to list. So as you can see, we have here Donald, then the Mickey Mouse, and we have here Donald and Mickey. Okay, Then we have Joe. Okay, as you can see, it is not yet sorted, but later on we're going to sort this one. But what is important here now is we have displayed our the content of our list into our list view. Okay, so I just want to have, okay, we are going to wrap our list style with a card so that we could see here actually a background. Okay, and when we are going to click, so take note here, we have an on top method or function with our list style. So what I want to do is we are going to use our previous show dialog box. Okay, I'm going to display show dialog box. Okay, dialog box, and we have the title and the content. Okay, for the title I'm going to have selected student. Okay, and the content names list and the index, or the name of, oops, no, on top should contain okay, we can have it this way. Okay, so it is going to display on the title selected student and the name of the selected student here. Okay, by the way, I'm just going to initialize here Donald. Oh, we're going to have first Mickey. Okay, so Mickey Mouse and Donald. Okay, then save. Okay, so I could add Kulas. Okay, save it there. So when I click on this one here, and by the way, you could see here now our card. Okay, so click, save here, the selected student is we have Donald. Okay, so we have here our show dialog box. Then Kulas, you can see Kulas and Mickey. So whatever item here is being clicked, so it is going to be passed into our show dialog box. Okay, and so that everything will be sorted, so we could have, okay, so I think we could have it here in our set state. We could just have names list dot sort. Reload. Okay. Kulas. So it is going to add then sort. So DKM. So it is now being sorted. So for example, I'm going to have Mario. Click. So it is now sorted. Then click. So it is going to display whatever is the selected item. Okay, so actually you could add some more design if you want to have some more design here. So you could have some borders, some colors, and so on. But as of now, what I'm trying to emphasize here is how are you going to use a builder, okay, for our list view and our data source from our list. Okay, and how and why did we use the expanded widget here? It is because this is to provide a fixed size for our list view, because take note, create list view method or function returns a list view. It is being built here and returned into our build method. And this is how are we going to sort our list. Okay, so you could also add some buttons or whatever you want. Okay, so based that would depend on the requirement of the app that you are developing. Okay, so hopefully you understood it fully, and that's all for this video.